Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome in. Welcome to your monthly reading. Before we dive into the cards, let's just take a quick look at the stars above, the current astrological energy. So we're moving into a powerful new chapter. Jupiter, your ruling planet, has just moved into Leo. And this is the beginning of a year-long cycle that encourages confidence and creativity and courage and authentic self-expression. And it's this fire sign harmonic resonance that can feel like a spark being reignited, reminding us to dream bigger and trust the vision that's calling us forward. At the same time, Mercury is retrograde in Cancer, and it feels like a powerful one, being that Mercury went into retrograde at the same time as the full moon, the same day, I should say, as the full moon this time. And so it just feels, and Cancer, and maybe it just feels more powerful for me because I am a 4-time Cancer, but this energy is inviting us to slow down and reflect before rushing ahead. It's not about putting your life on hold, okay? It's about making sure your next adventure is aligned with your heart instead of simply reacting to the moment. So conversations, memories, unfinished situations might return, and this will offer an opportunity for deeper understanding and closure. We're also approaching the powerful Mars-Uranus conjunction in Gemini, which can bring unexpected breakthroughs, surprising news, sudden shifts in perspective. Just keep in mind, what feels like a detour today could actually become the doorway to something much greater tomorrow. For Sagittarius, this energy is asking a simple but profound question. What future are you ready to say yes to? There's an invitation to expand, but not by escaping where you are. Instead, you're being asked to build your next chapter on a foundation of wisdom gained from everything that you've already experienced. So let's see what message Spirit has for my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a deep breath. Settle into this moment. And if this reading has found you, trust that there may be something here that your soul wants to hear. I always like to set the intention that everyone that's meant to be here will find their way here. And there will be some kind of message to uplift, heal, or inspire. May these cards represent the highest order of truth and bring clarity. Let's begin. Sagittarius. It's the shift. And the challenge for my Saggies. That's too many. Okay. Interesting. On the bottom, in the subconscious, we've got gamble and direct. And this feels like Mercury retrograde. Slow down. Don't sign any shit until don't take any big risks. Don't sign any big commitments at this time. And if you do, make sure that you are going over it several times. Triple checking, crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Overall energy, we've got what are you talking about? we've got responsibility with drama queen in reverse. There may be, and this feels like these dollar bills are really standing out to me in reverse. It feels like there could be something here that actually is reflecting. Why did the word just escape me? Oh my gosh. It's actually it just completely escaped me. Oh my gosh. Okay. It could be messing with your money. All right, that's what I'm trying to say. Responsibility here. We're gonna have to get more, because there's something that you're being held to, or something that you're being asked to step up to, or walk a certain path. And it feels like you're being given the path. It's up to you to take it. What I'm getting is the practice of neutrality could be beneficial for you right now. Staying out of any drama, including drama with yourself or drama of your own. Now is not the time for drama. Now is the time to stand 10 toes down. The shift here, we've got the crisis card, and it came out sideways. So it feels like somebody could be creating a bit of a crisis. For others, you could actually be going through some shit. But for some of you, I feel like you could be creating some of your own. And I mean, that's what it is. And it's a hard pill to swallow. And this has been coming up kind of a lot lately, about, you know, how we create our own victimhood, and you know, it is a hard pill to swallow, because there's a lot coming through. Hold on. There are certain things in life that we can't control, that we don't have power over. But we do have power over how we react, how we choose to present ourselves, how we choose to engage, how we choose to respond or react, right? And it feels like you're being tested on that right now. How are you going to respond? You've got some responsibility here. You've got something that you need to focus on, I feel like. And the challenge, we've got rock bottom in reverse. So I feel like this, and my first thought with this is, this isn't rock bottom. It may feel like a lot, but it feels like it's not as bad as someone might be like thinking, if that makes sense. Sometimes shit happens so that, you know, a blessing can actually come through. Sometimes certain doors need to close, or certain things need to be arranged in a way that might feel like, it might feel intense, or it might feel chaotic, or it might feel like, you know, rock bottom. But can you choose to take the perspective that, and in this case, it's showing this is the case, that, you know, that had to happen in order for this to happen. That had to happen in order for something better to come in. It's got to get better from here. It can only get better from here. At the same time, don't be naive. We got to get some more cards. This is, I don't know what you guys got going on, but Let's find out. Tell me about this responsibility for my Sagittarius. Time to go within. Time to align your inner world. What is this drama queen? Yeah, align your inner world. What is this drama queen in reverse? The Seven of Pentacles. Is that? You're working on letting go of the drama. You're working on finding peace. What else? Something that this feels like a redirection of energy. It feels like what is this? Ace of Wands in reverse. What? Tell me more. A redirection of energy due to some conflicts. And I don't know why, but this coming out on the Hermit, I just keep getting, for somebody, this is inner conflict. Like, this is you fighting you. For some of you, there may be actual, like, conflicts going on. Now I'm really curious. What is this crisis? Make sure that you are sitting with it, not overreacting, not, what's the word? Fanning the flames. Sag. Somebody refuses to, somebody has got a very one-track mind, refuses to see things a different way. And this is causing separation. There's been, or is, some kind of painful ending here. And so it can feel like rock bottom. For some of you, this could be there could be an actual death that occurred. What is this rock bottom? Queen of Swords indirect with the Knight of Cups indirect. Somebody has rescinded their offer, or the Queen of Swords indirect is not somebody to be played with. She is there's a lot. Hold on. This feels like, yeah, it just feels like on top of rock bottom. Knight of Cups reversed with the Queen of Swords reverse coming out on top of rock bottom. I don't know, it feels, let me get one more just to clarify. This feels like emotional avoidance, empty promises, or like inconsistent actions. It feels like a pattern that's reached its limit, like empty promises, chasing fantasies instead of reality, or someone who struggles to communicate honestly. Being led by emotion and without being grounded. The Queen of Swords can point to walls being built after being hurt. There could be harsh inner dialogue or like self-protection defense mechanisms. There could be difficulty trusting. Communication may be like defensive or withdrawn, or just blunt, cutting, rude, mean. Together, one energy avoids emotional truth and the other protects themselves by shutting down or becoming guarded. And then nobody gets their needs met. Instead of vulnerability, there's distance. And instead of clarity, there's misunderstanding. And sitting on top of rock bottom, it feels like Spirit is saying this pattern has nowhere left to go. So whether this represents one person or two people, the current way of relating is reaching its breaking point. So what emotional pattern has run its course? Or where have you been accepting mixed signals? Or where has hurt turned into emotional armor? There might be a conversation or a truth here that can't be avoided anymore. Rock bottoms in reverse, it's not necessarily the end, it's the place where illusion falls away because it can no longer be sustained. Sometimes rock bottom isn't punishment, it's the solid ground you finally get to stand on after chasing something that was never stable to begin with. What is this unexpected blessing? Oh. Let's get one more. Community relationships coming in, new partnerships. Yeah, there is an unexpected blessing in the form of a person coming in for you, Sag. What is this naive in reverse? 4 Cups in reverse. The Temperance. That didn't flip though. That one did. Yeah. Not that one. Page 1, 7 of Cups. So we've got the 4 of Cups in reverse with the Temperance coming out on the naive Oracle card in reverse. And also we've got the Page of Wands and the 7 of Cups as well. The cards seem to move from a cycle of emotional confusion and disillusionment towards awakening and balance and a new direction. So the rock bottom energy over here is the point where as situations become unsustainable, whether it's a relationship or a mindset or a pattern, the emotional dynamic just isn't functioning anymore. There might be avoidance or mixed signals or emotional immaturity or defensiveness or communication that's broken down. It's the moment where something can no longer be ignored. And then we've got that naive card in reverse with the Four of Cups and Temperance. And so the naive card reverse suggests the loss of innocence, not in a cynical way, but in the sense of no longer seeing life through wishful thinking, like illusions dissolve. And then the Four of Cups reverse can show someone becoming emotionally available again. It's like the realization that you've been overlooking something important, or that you've been finally ready to engage with life differently. And then Temperance steps in, and Temperance doesn't just mean patience, it speaks of integration and healing and bringing opposing forces back into harmony. So it asks, how do we create balance instead of swinging between extremes? So to me, these cards say you don't have to become hardened because you've been disappointed. You can become wiser without losing your heart. The Seven of Cups represents many possibilities, fantasies, choices, things that aren't yet clearly defined necessarily. And the Page of Wands brings curiosity and inspiration and the courage to explore something new. So together, they can suggest new opportunities beginning to emerge after a period of confusion, a need to choose one path instead of scattering your energy. Exploring possibilities while also staying grounded enough to discern which ones are real. This could be inspiration coming in, replacing emotional stagnation. So the caution here isn't don't dream. It's pair your excitement with discernment. So Spirit isn't showing you rock bottom to leave you there. It's showing you the moment where an old emotional pattern reaches its limit. And what follows isn't punishment, it's recalibration. You're beginning to see situations more clearly than you once did. So as illusions fall away, you're no longer reacting from hurt or from wishful thinking, right? You're learning to balance your emotions with your wisdom, and from that place, new possibilities begin to emerge. It's about waking up from an illusion, whether it's about a relationship or a dream or a version of yourself or a life path. The revelation becomes the catalyst for healing and ultimately opens the door to a new chapter. Let's get some animal spirits for my Sagittarius. These guys flipped. Oh, there's freedom coming, movement forward, unawakened magic. One more. It's my favorite card. All right. There is support coming in here, all right? There is supportive energy here for you. Stay grounded, stay rooted. This is masculine father energy, very supportive. And this is coming out in the subconscious position. So maybe even if you don't notice it, if you can feel it, if you choose to look for it, but you are being supported, all right? I would, and this energy keeps coming out, it's around training your focus, right? When you have too much shit going on upstairs, and remember that Hermit card was one of the very first cards to come out. Calm your mind, still your mind, practice meditation every single day. Because when you have so much shit going on in your mind space, in your head, and if you consider that we are always manifesting from our thoughts create vibrations and they're sent out. But which is more powerful? If we have a whole bunch of little vibrations that are kind of scattered all over the place, and you know, who knows, with all the information that we're taking in from the internet, and you know, that's a lot of little things, but which is more powerful, those little vibrations, or if you were to train your brain, be very intentional with your focus, and send out a bigger wave of what you do want, which is going to be more powerful, right? Just a thought. But there's something here, the mirror. Oh, that's interesting. The swan with the lion. Yeah, you're seeing something about yourself that's going to help you to grow. There's a challenge that comes through to help make you stronger. At the end of the day, even, you know, if you have to go through a little bit of chaos, internally or externally, it's going to make you stronger. All right, these trials, these tribulations that we're going through are for a reason. Let's get you a goddess. We've got the Resolute. If you do not resolve to be patient and endure tough times, success may always appear to you to always be in the future or in another's power. If you do not resolve to be patient and endure tough times, success may appear to you to always be in the future or in another's power. All right, so be careful. Be patient. That Hermit mode to be really beneficial for you, Sag. We got the Manifester. Monitoring your inner dialogue and using quantum affirmations daily can help you to make real your desired life changes. The Manifester, love her. And the Witch. Be aware of your reputation, your influence, and your power to create, preserve, or destroy. Powerful women are often misunderstood, or powerful men. On the bottom, we've got the Free Spirit. You can only change yourself. Now is the time to unleash your free spirit, not try to blend in and be the same as everyone else. Let's get one pink oracle, and then we'll grab some Law of Attraction cards to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you tap that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. My Sagittarius. We've got authority, the ability to control or influence the actions or decisions of others. And it came out in reverse, right? And this is interesting that it came out with the witch and the manifestor and the resolute. So this is saying you can't control other people, right? You can only control what's in your power. However, you can be the change you want to see. It's a very powerful thing. People will often mimic or pick up on the most powerful emotion in the room. So this is another reason why emotional mastery is just so damn powerful. If you can, and think about it, right? You walk into a room and somebody's in a shitty mood, you can feel it. Pretty soon, other people might start to be in a shitty mood. The same is true with high energy, bouncy, good energy. One person's bubbly and pretty soon most of the room's laughing, right? The same is true with peaceful energy. You walk into a room and there's a monk in there. That energy bounces back. Other people feel it and take it on, mimic it. We're creatures of we're adaptive creatures, and so do what you will with that, but you can be who you want to be and see what happens. See how it might boomerang back to you. Affect others in a positive way. And that goes both ways, right? Your energy also affects others in a negative way if you're off energetically negatively, right? If you're mad or pissed off. So choose carefully. Let's get a couple law of attraction cards to wrap this up. All right, I think that is quite enough. Holy crap, you guys have cards flying everywhere. Was that it? I could have sworn another one flew. I don't see anymore. So I guess that is gonna be it. On the bottom, we've got hope. Believing in better days lifts your spirit. Optimism fuels emotional resilience. Find one thing to look forward to today. Focus on what brings you light. Let there be light. All right. We've got imbalance may be causing stress. Prioritize self-care and inner harmony. Can't say that enough, obviously. Let's see. We've got hesitation or fear of failure may be blocking your next step. Trust in your ability. Discipline, commitment, and routine create lasting success. Stay consistent with your efforts. Develop a habit today that aligns with your goal. Consistency is key. Develop a habit today that aligns with your goal. We've got manifestation. You guys are powerful manifestors right now. It keeps coming through, right? Be careful with your energy. Your thoughts and emotions are actively shaping your reality. Focus on what you want, not what you fear. Write down your intention in the present tense as if it's already true. Feel the emotion of already having it. I am so happy and grateful now for the abundance of love, power, money, respect, joy, abundance that comes through in increasing quantities on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now for all of these things. We got emotional hardness or defensiveness may be blocking closeness. Let your heart soften. That defensiveness really stands out. All right, watch where you might be defensive. Attachment to the past may be restricting growth. Allow yourself to move on. Liberation. Freedom comes when you release what no longer serves you. Let go and welcome new possibilities. Identify something that's been weighing you down, release it, and move forward. Then we got resistance to receiving may be blocking opportunities. Allow yourself to accept what you deserve. And last but not least, we've got vulnerability. Being open emotionally is a strength, not a weakness. True connection requires authenticity. Share your feelings openly with someone you trust. Allow yourself to be seen fully. Thank you guys again for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you tap that notification bell if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. Until next time, Sag, take good care.